Indonesia.
But Hary, your political ambitions are quite obvious. You were a vice presidential candidate. What's the attraction? Why politics?
You know, I'm a businessman, and I'm very grateful that my group has been growing like what we are today. Yeah? I have more than 100 companies, 9 of them are listed, and it's been growing nicely, and it's still growing. But if you look at Indonesia, Indonesia needs a solution. I noticed Indonesia has two main problems. You know, the growth rate is not that high relative to the strength we have, yeah, because we are very strong actually. We have the largest ocean, we have the big mines, you know, in terms of the variety of the mines and the reserve. Our land is big, yeah, we have a lot of young people, we have many things.
So what are you hoping to do by being in politics?
So, why? Because we have many problems, yeah. The problem is corruption. The problem is lack in education. 50% of the labor is basically elementary school. Another problem is we have a lot of uncertainties. Yeah? Uncertainties in the law enforcement, in security, in business climate, in regulations. So the conclusion, we need solution. So because of that, you know, 3 years ago, and then I decided to move into politics. Basically, I really want to become part of the solution.
But you're a media tycoon. You have more than 70 TV stations. Isn't there a conflict of interest?
Well, basically, as a citizen, I have basically my right to be a politician. And I'm very clear, and I want to make sure that I will be consistent. The objective, being a politician, is to serve. You know, I can become part of a solution for Indonesia so that at some point in time, as soon as possible, Indonesia can become a developed nation.
Isn't it true, though, that 2 of the programs on your shows had to be pulled off air because they were seen to be biased?
Well, actually, it's a sponsored program. Actually, other political party can do the same thing. You see, in Indonesia, we have 2 types of content in any basically TV content. One content is the content itself, the other one is advertisement or sponsor kind of program. So that one is sponsor kind of program. So basically other party can do the same thing as long as they pay. You know, but you see, they try to give pressure, you know, with the broadcasting commission and try to, you know, basically take the program off. Yes.
You're venturing into new territories as well, and one of your ventures recently, in fact, in 2013, was to bring Miss World to Indonesia. That was a first for the country. Why did you see the need to do that?
I need to promote Indonesia because it was broadcast to more than 180 countries worldwide. You see, the problem with Indonesia, another problem is about tourism. Last year, the number of foreign tourists visiting Indonesia was only 8.5 million. It's very small. Malaysia is about 24, 25 million. Singapore, I think 14, 15 million. And this is very important. It's a free money for the country because one tourist normally spend about $1,000. So if we can increase the number of tourists like Malaysia, say around 30 million, so we can have income more than $20 billion. And that's very significant for Indonesian people.
There was a setback though, right? Because it was meant to be held in Jakarta, but had to be moved to Bali because of some opposition from supposedly Muslim fundamentalists.
Well, if I got the permit to do it in Jakarta, I would do it regardless of the risk.
What happened?
Because, you know, my intention is very positive. But the government revoked the permit and then moved it to Bali, so I have to follow. You know, I have to be obedient. So that's because of the government.
Do you see that as one of the biggest challenges operating in a country like Indonesia?
We need a leader with integrity. That's very important. Yeah. The second criteria is basically capability, competency. But the third criteria, which is equally important, is strong leadership. Because if we want to combat corruption, we want to improve education, if we want to make the uncertain to become certain, only strong leadership that can do that. Because those who corrupt actually is the elite, yeah, to be honest. yeah, the elite in politics, in bureaucracy, in the business community. They have power and they have also money. So we need strong leadership to fix this.
That's for Indonesia. For the media industry, what changes need to be enforced?
The government needs to specify very clearly what is due, what is done. So, and enforce it. You know, when it's due, okay, let them do it. If it's done, make sure they don't do it. If they still do it, then they get fined or whatever, you know, the consequences according to the regulation. So we need to make the regulation clear. That's why I said in the beginning, the job of the next government is to make the uncertain to become certain, including the regulatory issue.
You're dabbling in various things, including now a theme park. Right. What prompted that idea, that venture?
I need to build something that can become iconic for Indonesia. You see, many middle-up family, if they want to have a family entertainment, they go to overseas because we have nothing in Indonesia. So I need to build something that we can be proud of. So
is it going to be like a Disneyland, Universal Studios?
Very similar, but it's going to be very integrated because the land size is very big, about 2,000 hectares. So I'm going to build a theme park, hotel, golf, safari, and then also villa, and then like wellness for the ladies. Yeah. It's ongoing now, actually.
What's the vision? Isn't there a lot of competition for such theme parks in this region alone, Singapore included?
Yes and no. If you look at the Indonesian population, is 250 million people, and this theme park is located in 1 hour drive from Jakarta, and within the radius 2 hours drive for more than 60 million people. So basically...
So you're saying you're targeting just the Indonesians?
Yeah, actually it's already big enough for the Indonesian, and we can attract tourists also from overseas.
Coming up.
Well, I cannot judge myself. Yeah, but I like singing also, yeah.